Did you hear the story of the Johnston twins? As like each other as two new pins, of one womb born on the self-same day. How one was kept, and one given away. And did you never hear how the Johnstons died, never knowing that they shared one name, until the day they died, when a mother cried, "My own dear sons lie slain"? And did you never hear of the mother, so cruel there's a stone in place of her heart? Then bring her on. And come, judge for yourselves how she came to play this part.
Once I had a husband, you know the sort of chap. I met him at a dance and how he came on with the chats.
Hey, Johnson, I think you're a bleeding cracker.
He said my eyes were deep blue pools, my skin was soft as snow.
Lovely.
He told me I was sexier than Marilyn Monroe. And we went dancing. We went dancing. Then of course I found that I was 6 weeks overdue.
What?
We got married at the registry and then we had a do.
Bring on the baby!
We had Kelly 7 sandwiches and how the ale did flow.
Jeez.
They said the bride was lovelier than Marilyn Monroe. And we went dancing. We went dancing. Then the baby came along. We called him Darren Wayne. And 3 months and I found that I was in the club again.
I married a bleeding rabbit.
Though I still fancied dancing, the husband wouldn't go.
Get lost.
With a wife he said was twice the size of Marilyn Monroe. No more dancing. No more dancing. By the time that I was 25, I looked like 42, with 7 hungry mouths to feed, and 1 more nearly due. My husband, he walked out on me a month or 2 ago.
Ta-da.
For a girl they say who looks a bit like Marilyn Monroe. And they go dancing. They go dancing. They go dancing. They go.
Listen, love. I'm up to here with hard luck stories.
You owe me £3.17 and fourpence. Now either you pay up today, like now, or else I'll be forced to cut off your deliveries.
I said next week I'll pay you.
Next week? Next week never arrives around here. I'll be a rich man if next week ever came.
But look, I start a job next week. I'll have money coming in. I'll be able to pay you. You can't stop the milk. I need the milk. I'm pregnant.
Don't look at me, love. I might be the milkman, but it's got nothing to do with me.
All right.
Now you've been told, no money, no milk.
Ma'am! Ma'am, the baby's crying. He wants his bottle. Where's the milk?
Hey, ma'am, how come I'm on free dinners? All the other kids laugh at me.
Hey, Mother, I'm starving and there's nothing in. There never bloody well is.
Don't swear, I've told you.
Ma'am, I can't sleep. I'm hungry. I'm starving.
I am. I know it's hard on all you kids, but try and get some sleep. Next week I'll be earning. We'll have loads of things to eat.
Like what, ma'am?
We'll have ham and jam and spam and roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. Battenberg cake. Chicken and chips. Corned beef and sausages. Treacle tart. Mince and spuds. A milkshake mixed with the baby. When I bring home the dough, we'll live like kings, like bright young things, like Marilyn Monroe, and we'll go dancing. We'll go dancing.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Johnston. How are you? Job working out all right for you, is it?
It's great, thanks. Such a lovely house. It's a pleasure to clean it.
Yes, it is a pretty house, isn't it? It's a pity it's so big. You know, I'm finding it rather large at the moment.
Mr. Lyons been away in that.
Yes.
When does he come back, Mrs. Lyons?
Oh, well, the company sent him away for 9 months, so that'll be 5 months' time now.
You'll be glad when he's back. House won't seem so empty then, will it?
Actually, Mrs. J, we bought such a large house for children. We thought children might come along.
Well, you might still be able to.
No, I'm afraid not. I wanted to adopt, but Mr. Lyons, he said he wanted a son of his own and not somebody else's. Myself, I think an adopted child can become one's own.
Yeah. It's weird though, isn't it? Is you can't have kids and me, I can't stop having them. My husband used to say that all we had to do was shake hands and I'd be in the club. Well, he must have shook hands before he left. I'm having another one.
Oh, I see.
But it's all right, Mrs. Lyons. I can still do my work, you know. Having babies is clockwork to me. I'm back on my feet working the next day. In fact, if I have this one at the weekend, I won't even have to take one day off. Hey, I love this job, you know. We can just manage to get by now. Jesus Christ, Mrs. Lyons, what are you trying to do?
What's the matter?
The shoes, the shoes.
What, honey?
New shoes on the table, take them off. God, Mrs. Lyons, never put new shoes on the table. You never know what'll happen.
You mean you're superstitious?
No, but you never put new shoes on the table.
Oh, go away with you. But look, if it's going to make you happier, well, I'll put them away.
There's shoes upon the table, and a joker in the pack. The salt's been spilled, and a looking glass cracked. There's one lone magpie overhead.
I'm not superstitious.
The mother said.
I'm not superstitious.
The mother said.
What are you doing here? The milk bill's not due till Thursday.
Actually, I've given up the milk round and gone into medicine. I'm your gynecologist. Okay, Mummy, let's have a little listen to the baby's ticker, shall we?
I was worried about having another baby, you know, Doctor. Didn't see how we'd get by with another mouth to feed. But now I've got a job, we'll be all right if I'm careful. I can just scrape by now, even with another mouth to feed.
Mouths, Mummy.
You are.
Plural, Mrs. Johnston, mouths to feed. You're expecting twins. Congratulations. And the next one, please, nurse.
Hello, Mrs. Johnson. Oh, Mrs. J, is there something wrong?
I had it all worked out.
What's the matter?
We were just getting straight.
Come on, come and sit down.
With one more baby, I could have managed, but not with two. The welfare have been on to me. They say I'm incapable of controlling the kids they've already got. They say I should put some of them into care, but I won't.
No.
I love them. I love the bones of every one of them, and I'll love these two when they come along. But like I said, the welfare, kids can't live on love alone.
Twins. You're expecting twins.
How quickly an idea planted can take root and grow into a plan. The thought conceived in this very room grew as surely as a seed in a mother's womb
You are.
Give one of them to me.
Give one to you.
Yes.
Bet you can't.
When are you due?
July. It's only the beginning.
July? Well, my husband doesn't come home until the middle of July. And he'd never guess.
It's mad.
Yes, I know it's mad, but it's wonderful. It's perfect. Well, you're 4 months pregnant. You're only just beginning to show. So I'm 4 months pregnant, and I'm only just beginning to show. Well, I could have got pregnant just before he went away. I didn't want to tell him in case I miscarried. I didn't want to worry him while he was away, but when he comes back, I'll tell him they were wrong. The doctors were wrong. I'll have a baby. I'll have a baby, Mrs. Johnston. It'll work.
Mrs. Lyons,
it
you
will
can't
work.
be serious.
You said yourself you've got too many children already.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to give one away.
Mrs. Johnston, you're already being threatened by the welfare. Surely with 2 more children, how can you possibly avoid having some of them put into care? Surely, Mrs. Johnston, surely it'd be best to give one to me. Oh, now look. If the child was with me, you'd be able to see him every day as you came to work. Yes, Mrs. Johnston. Yes.
Are you that desperate to have a baby?
Each day I look out from this window. I see him with his friends, I hear him call. I rush down, but as I fold my arms around him, he's gone. Was he ever there at all? I've dreamed of all the places I would take him, the games we'd play, the stories I would tell, the jokes we'd share, the clothing I would make him. I reach out, but as I do, he fades away.
If my child was raised in a palace like this one, he wouldn't have to worry where his next meal was coming from. His clothing would be supplied by George Henry Lee's.
He'd have all his own toys and a garden to play in.
Couldn't make too much noise without the neighbors complaining.
Silver trays to take meals on,
A bike with both wheels on.
and he'd sleep every night in a bed of his own.
He wouldn't get into fights, he'd leave matches alone. And you'd never find him effing and blinding.
Never.
And when he grew up, he could never be told to stand and queue up for hours on end at the dole. He'd grow up to be a credit to me. To you? Yes. But I would still be able to see him every day, wouldn't I?
Oh, of course you would.
And you'd look after him, wouldn't you?
I'd keep him warm in the winter and cool when it shines. I'd pull out his splinters without making him cry. I'd always be there if his dream became mine.